pension and the new pension. That's the difference between the old pension and the new pension that we have now. Those that retired before 2027 are getting pension for life. But from 2007, till date, it is what we save you get. Oh, it is not pension for life. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Kotun, Mr. Kotun, are you here? Mr. Kotun? Mr. Kotun? Okay, as you are waiting for Mr. Kotun, Mr. Yusuf is here with us. I know Oga said he's learning, so that's why Oga keep quiet to listen to that especially. So, Mrs. Olorunfemi, thank you for that information. And before we end this call,
is Mr. Folabi Gege, not Olorunfemi.
Oh, Mr. O, I'm sorry. Mr. Folabi, thank you, ma. So, Mr. Kotu, are you still here? Before I can call him Mr. Yusuf to... Anyway, today's call is just about question and answer, as I told you. So it's not just about question and answer. Oga is not here to come and talk. Just ask questions so that Oga can, explain better. Though, remember, we still have something pending. Oga gave us, in our last call, he gave us one assignment to go and research on which Mr. Muritala. Is Mr. Muritala here? Which Mr. Muritala? Okay, Mr. Kotu just coming in now. So, please bring out your question and answer and ask Oga. Oga said he's here to learn. He's not only that want to learn. Oga said want to learn and he's ready to learn every day. So that's why. Okay, Mr. Kotun. Mr. Kotun, welcome, sir. Mr. Kotun. I see you coming in now, Mr. Kotun.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jamil. I have an observation. Please kindly check my name. Maybe it has changed to from that user to my name, sir.
No, yeah, it appear. Your name appear here. Ononuga Mukaila Oriowo.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Kotun. Mr. Kotun, I still need you before Oga can say anything. Oga want to learn something. Mr. Kotun. Okay. Well, maybe Mr. Kotun is in a party. Anyway. Oga, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I'm trying to join, but the network in my room.
You said what, sir, Mr. Kotun?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Oga, good evening, sir. Mr. Yusuf, sir.
I'm not in a party. I'm trying to leave. The network in my area is so bad.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
This is the network. I've been trying to link up over time now.
Okay, is that Mr. Kotun, Abi? Mr. Yusuf, sir.
Yes, sir, Mr. Jamil.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Mo kí gbogbo ilé o. Apology for not.
Good evening, sir.
Apology for.
Good evening, sir.
Very sorry.
Welcome, sir.
Well done.
Ọ̀gá mi Alessa. No. Okay. When they commit production? Well, you bring to
Oga, your network is poor here. Gbọ́ yín dáadáa, sir.
Have a cross ventilation. By the time we have a cross ventilation of ideas, it gives us a robust deliberation. And I think it's better for everybody that way.
Okay. So any
So
pending question, please?
Who fires the first salvo?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, brother.
Yes, sir. I want to ask a question, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. An officer who is eligible for promotion has a
Yes,
pending
sir.
disciplinary case. And the officer
Yes, sir.
argues that delay in the investigation is unfair.
The officer did what? Sorry, the officer did
The officer
what?
argues that delay in the investigation is unfair.
Yes, sir.
So what can I do, sir, in that respect? I know that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
No. Go on.
Because I know that having a disciplinary case before the commission, I know they cannot present me for promotion. But because there is a delay in the investigation and it's just been unfair. What can I do in that regard, sir?
Thank you, sir. If the disciplinary action has been taken to commission is expected to take a decision. But let me start by telling you the process of a disciplinary action. The process of a disciplinary action starts with a query, sir. Are you getting me? Are you getting
Yes,
me?
I'm getting you, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting you, sir.
I'm with you, sir.
Yes, sir. It starts with a query. And that query must emanate from your ministry. Then the question is this: admin officer who is in STO, is in procurement, who initiates his query. The query will have to be initiated where that infraction has been committed. In other words, if as an admin officer, I am in procurement or wealth creation or any ministry, that query has to be initiated where an infraction is committed. That is called jurisdiction. In law, we call it jurisdiction. The best way to go about it is that immediately you are being queried, a copy of that query should be sent to your parent ministry. The second question is that where does disciplinary action takes place? The truth of the matter is that disciplinary action takes place when a PMB has been set up. Mere giving me a query does not mean I'm under disciplinary action. The query is a question and answer. You are asking me why I committed an infraction. And it has not been established if truly I committed that infraction until when I answer that query. That is when it is determined whether truly I have committed an infraction or not. So the issue is that an infraction, I go with a query and present that query is answered. If the person who gives me that query is satisfied with my response, it ends there. But if the person who gives us the query is not satisfied and he goes further to set up a PMB, then that person is not due for promotion exercise until he or she is exonerated. Then the other question is, what is the time lag for disciplinary action? If you go to chapter 4 of the PSR, it tells you the duration of a disciplinary action. A disciplinary action cannot go beyond 3 months, depending on the nature of that infraction. So it is against the PSR that a disciplinary action should stay longer than necessary. So there is a time frame, but the truth of the matter is, do we follow the time frame? We don't. So we allow it to linger. Then another question is, how is the wordings of that query framed? If you accuse me of insubordination now, and in your content of your query, you are talking about absence from duty or dereliction of duty, you know you are talking about two different things. You have accused me of insubordination. You need to state what I have done that warranted insubordination. If you have not done that, and in that query, you are talking about my not coming to office on time or my coming, and you didn't say an assignment was given to me and I failed assignment, which amounts to dereliction of duty, is not stated in that query. That is when the beginning of another problem arises. Let me pause here and elicit some response from members, please. Hello?
Hello,
Hello? Response,
hello,
please.
sir.
I said, let me pause for a while. Am I making sense?
Yes, you're making sense,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you are, sir.
Yes, you are very.
Okay, because I want us to be on the same page.
Yes, yes.
So the next is that, can you be a judge in your case? If you have a lawyer there, the lawyer will tell you that in Latin, it is called nemo judice neo causa sua. You can never be a judge in your own case. For instance, there had been an HR or my departmental. I can't hear you.
Go on, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. For instance, the director had been an HR or my departmental head gave me a query. The question is, can that person who gave me query be part of the panel in the disciplinary action? The answer is no.
The answer is what, sir? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
We
Hello,
yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
can
Hello,
repeat
sir.
that.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
sir. You're absolutely
with you,
correct,
sir.
sir. You're absolutely correct, sir.
Okay.
You cannot reprobate and approbate in the law court.
But the truth of the matter is, these are little things that we don't take, we have taken for granted. And it often impinge on the decision taking and the disciplinary action. The other thing is that what the disciplinary panel or board does is that board recommends. That board recommends. The recommendation of that board still have to go to the Civil Service Commission. Why is it so? It is so because it is often believed, or we need to test the virality of the PMB discipline, that how fair was the PMB to the accused officer. So the commission often stands as an appeal, in quotes now, as an appellate body to give the accused officer what is called fair hearing. Audi alterem partem. So it is when this has been done, this process has been done, that the officer can be accused or can be finally judged whether guilty or not guilty. The question now is, if the promotion exercise, the promotion exercise will not wait for that officer. The promotion exercise is ongoing. The question now is, what becomes the fate of that officer, especially when the officer has missed the oral interview and perhaps he or she has missed the cross-cutting or just specific training section? The truth of the matter is that if that officer is exonerated, that officer will not be denied his promotion. If the promotion exercise has been rounded up, that officer will be represented in 2026, for instance, as we are about starting 2025 promotion exercise. That officer will be represented in 2026. And mark you, will be given his notional dates, which of course will be 2025. That is if the officer is not found guilty of the alleged offense. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. So Tunde,
Kunle, sir.
Kunle, okay, have I answered your question?
Yes, sir. Beautifully well, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Thanks for your explanation, sir.
You are welcome.
In your explanation, you drew our attention to the issue of time lag in consideration of the PMB. Now,
yes, sir.
Let's assume that there was delay in the process, which has been happening in some of our PMB disciplinary. And at the end of the day, the officer was found culpable and the penalty was termination. I'm talking hypothetically now, sir. And at the end of the day, the officer took the state to court. Could the delay in the process not affect the process in terms of giving the officer the opportunity to win at the judiciary, I mean, during the litigation at the court? What would you advise in this situation, sir?
Thank you very much, sir. One thing I want everybody to note and please note and note, is that the service is ruled governed. How do I mean? The service has its own rules and regulation. If you go to industrial courts, what the judge at the industrial court uses is our PSR. Anything that is not in the PSR is seen as null and void, or anything in the PSR that runs foul of the grand norm, which is the 1999 Constitution as amended, is seen as null and void. Thank you, sir. That's the response to it. So the question is that, what do we need to do? As admin and HR, anytime you are asked to give a query, let us be circumvent. Let us be very, very careful. Let us endeavor to pick the PSR and read and ask questions, not only read. You know, at times when you read, there is a possibility of you not actually comprehending the passage you are reading or the sections you are reading. So it is necessary for you to ask questions. I know every ministry or MDAs has a legal officer. Nothing stops you from approaching your legal officer or state council. Jọ̀ọ́ arákùnrin yìí or arábìnrin yìí, nǹkan báyìí. Until section PSR ń sọ kò yé mi, or you make a draft, you give it to him or her. Jọ̀ọ́ mi wò, what I've drafted, is it in consonance with what we have in the PSR? That is where we fail. Most of us assume or have the toga of the all-knowing. The truth of the matter is nobody is all-knowing, and we learn every day from ourselves. So the moment we wear the toga of all-knowing, there is a tendency for us to make
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. You can unmute yourself, sir.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, it's clear now. It's clear now.
For how long have I muted myself?
Like 5 minutes, sir.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
5 minutes, sir.
When was
2 minutes, sir.
Okay, let me repeat again. What I'm saying in essence is that the service is ruled governed. Anything you do in the service must be guided by a rule. And if your query or whatever action you have taken is not in that PSR, it is seen as null and void. That's number 1 point. Number 2 point is that any action taken that is not in congruence with the 1999 Constitution as amended is also seen as null and void. That is why the Constitution is seen as a grand norm for everything we do. What I'm saying is that we start having problem, or we will start having problem if by the time we start giving query. If at the time we start giving query, we do not follow the right path of it, there will be problem. So that is what I'm saying. So, my brother, if the officer takes us to court, there is a likelihood that he will win. Thank you, sir. I'm done.
Mr. Show me.
Mr.
Thank you,
Shomi.
sir. I'm okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Adelaja, welcome, ma.
I'm listening. Oh,
Okay, Miss Nancy, want to ask question?
I already put the question in the chat, but I can read it out. I wrote that.
Okay.
Good evening, sir. I understand that an officer who was dismissed from service will forfeit all terminal benefits. But I wasn't sure that this terminal benefit, does it include his own pension based on the fact that it's also contributory pension?
we collect our own contribution. That is why it is called contributory pension scheme. You collect your what you have contributed.
Okay, just his own part. That's the 8%, Abby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's just all.
Next question.
Next question.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, sir. Ogami Atata.
Sorry for bothering you.
I just want to contribute on this contributory pension.
Okay,
I think there's an amended law. There's an amended law that for dismissed officer, they are to collect everything. They are to collect both the contribution made by government and their own personal contribution till the last day of their dismissal, sir. Both the 10% from government and the 8% from the employee, yes, will be collected by the dismissed officer, because before he was dismissed, he has been working for government.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I would like to have a copy of that amended pension law, ma.
It was the woman that came to tutor us on pension that stated the amended law.
So that I know answer, we talk authoritatively, man.
Okay, sir. I will ask.
The woman is not an authority, with all respect to her. But
Mr. Jami can help us with that.
Jami,
sir,
I lost a copy of that
amendment law, right?
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. I think that
sir.
is the position at the federal level. But the clause here is that the state, I'm not sure if the state have adopted that position, because that is at the federal level. And for Mrs. Makinde to have gave us that position, perhaps the state might have adopted it. That is it, myself.
That's why we will need an evidence to back whatever we are saying up, sir. You know, the state still needs to domesticate that law in the states before it becomes practice states. So if we have not domesticated it, it may not be applicable to the state yet until it has been domesticated. So that is why we need Jami to assist us in getting a copy. And if it has not been domesticated, I think we can use this platform collectively to write through the head of service to Mr. Governor for the need to domesticate it. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Alaga, unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, I just want to ask concerning discipline again, the one that we talked about a bit earlier. That the 3 months that the public service rules provide that all disciplinary cases against an officer must be concluded. When does it commence? Is it when the case is referred to the Civil Service Commission, or from the beginning, that is when the issuance of query to the officer? Thank you. That's my question, sir. Thank you.
That was why I was trying. Hello? Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. That was why I was trying to explain when does a disciplinary measure commence. A disciplinary measure commence on the day you have been invited for a disciplinary committee of PMB disciplinary. That is when it commences. So the director has been an HR and our team or his team that takes the minutes of the meeting. That is why the commission often say that the minutes of any PMB should get to commission 10 days after the meeting has been held, especially when it's disciplined, so that we commence, we don't run foul of that law. So it commences on the day the PMB meets. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome, ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Ogami, the disciplinary procedure, is it 2 months or 3 months, sir? Because in the PSR I'm reading here, says within
Yes,
2 months.
If it has any criminal issue in it, they extend it to 3 months. So we adopt 3 months as to for lax ability.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. The important thing is that we know it does not take an infinitum, that there is always an end to a PMB discipline. There is a timeline which most of us have never taken note of. We have seen some PMB discipline that takes over a year or two. I can give you an example in some MDAs. Next question, please. Hello, Sama.
Mrs. Wokorodu, go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening, sir. Please,
Good evening.
Yes, sir. My question is with regards to it's a real life scenario, but I want to know the true position of the service on this. A particular person was employed. Okay, let's say January. He assumed duty. Assumption of duty read February. Then around August, there was another letter. The person was employed on grade level 9, grade level 09. And another letter came in August with the same person on grade level 12 now. But there was a clause on that new letter that this new letter supersedes the one of January, while the assumption of duty remains the same. So are we trying to, I'm thinking how to juxtapose this, whereby the date of first appointment would be February and would be the new letter, August. And the assumption of duty still states, it's just a bit confusing. I need clarification, because if it says the assumption of duty remains as such, and the new letter reads August, so what's the position of this, sir?
Thank you. I think the writer of that letter does not take cognizance of the fact that that officer has a certificate of assumption that reads, which date did you say now? January or February? That
Yes,
reads
sir.
February.
Yes, sir.
Because what he should have done was that he should have backdated that new letter of appointments. So the date, that January 2nd, or which month, January, Abi, he should have backdated, taking cognizance of the fact that that same officer has been receiving salary from February.
Yes, sir.
So when that officer wants to retire, there will still be a problem for the officer, because there is what we call inconsistency in that officer's appointment. So it is advisable for such an officer to come to commission and rectify that anomaly, because you cannot resume. And most especially when you say that letter supersedes the one given in January. If it supersedes, what happens to the national the date of assumption of the...
Thank you, sir.
He has to come to commission for correction of the letter.
Thank you, sir.
What they need to write in is that that new letter of appointment ought to have been backdated to January. That is it.
Thank you, sir. That has answered my question. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Abidemi.
Sorry, I wasn't raising my hand.
I felt after. Okay. Mrs. Elliott, go ahead now.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, sir. I'm talking concerning the last. Ekale, sir. Also, the last question that you just answered. If the person was given level 9 and being taken care of, and you said they will have to backdate the letter to the
Excuse me.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm a backdate letter to the old date. Okay, the salary low level 9. Are they going to pay the person?
No. Only increase, only pay number. No.
Because normally, the salary is 12 years. But since was a bad date, that's the time when you get the salary. But to check the 9 to 12 years,
let us have at the back of our mind that we don't pay arrears of salary. Do you get my point? Elliot, let us see tomorrow. I'll give you a copy of such kind of a letter in the commission where it is backdated. It depends on how that letter is worded. What they will say is that this letter, the exact word, but that is why I said, let us see tomorrow. I'll give you a copy of such instance where an officer is given a lower level, and some few months later, his correction is being noted and is given his or her right. What the profit can collect salary February to August. See, one before level 9. So at 12 we commence on August. See what to say letter, and a copy of that letter we go to HRMIS and Oracle for ratification and for correct the salary, Oracle salary base.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ms. Alaga.
Yes, sir. Please, I want to ask, does the commission issue letter of offer of appointment and letter of appointment? Are they different letters? Sometimes some people get offer of appointment and then some letter of appointment. What's the difference? Is an officer expected to have both? Thank you, sir.
You can't. We have two letters.
Okay.
That is why the case we just treated now, they will ask you, they will withdraw the first one from you. The fourth paragraph or the third paragraph of that new letter will say you should, commission should withdraw the first letter of appointment given. You can't have two letters of appointments. It's one. And the other one you said.
That what's the difference between offer of appointment and letter of appointment? Is there a difference between the two?
It's mere semantics. It depends, okay. You know who the department, he may decide to use the other one or use the first one. It depends on how comfortable the commission members are to a particular word. That is it. They are the same thing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, good evening. Good evening, sir.
Good
Mr. Yusuf.
Good evening, sir.
Ekale, sir. Yeah, I want to ask a question. A colleague of mine attended ASCON in 2009, 2010.
Yes,
That's the PG, postgraduate diploma in public admin, state sponsored. Can he present that now for an advancement?
What cadre? It depends on what cadre is the
admin and HR.
Is for what? For advancement to work to where? No, let's ask ourselves. Admin officer, how do you advance? We have statutory advancement, and we have advancement as a result of additional qualification.
No, as a result of additional qualification.
Professional, sir. When you talk about we have statutory advancement that every one of us know.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Apart
Yes,
from
sir.
that, you seen any other admin and HR officer that is being advanced? I'm not talking about executive officer.
Okay.
Because number one, we don't have any certification we do that we can use to advance. So apart from your statutory advancement, all officers will rise from level from level to level. That is it. And except in rare situation where that officer has displayed a rare exceptional character that is being approved by Mr. Governor.
Okay.
That is it. If you have it, it's just like a proficiency, certificate of proficiency. The only place where it comes to bear is that if there is vacancy and two people, that officer that has additional postgraduate diploma from ASCON, and the other does not have, apart from his BSc or BA, they will give the officer that has ASCON additional qualification. That is where it comes to bear.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Tomori.
Welcome, sir.
Mrs. Tomori, unmute yourself.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you, sir? Ogami Ekale, sir. Good evening, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being there always, sir. I'm enjoying your lecture, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Your question.
Ogami ti sọ gbogbo ẹ̀, but in respect of the letter of appointment, that in case an officer is issued another letter of appointment, in most cases, at the last paragraph of the letter, and in the another one that's being issued, we normally wrote this letter supersede our earlier letter, reference number, this, dated this. And in most cases, we normally invite the officer to come and collect the second letter while withdrawing the first letter that was being issued earlier from him or her.
That is the true picture now.
I hope I'm communicating, sir.
You are communicating. That is because the officer cannot have two appointment letters.
Exactly,
you will withdraw
sir.
And give him or the new one.
Yes, sir.
And stated that supersedes the other one.
Yes,
essence of having, let me tell you why you always have that date. The essence of having that date, this one that was issued on so date, is that when the officer is about retiring, don't forget the fact that the new letter will bear a new date. Like the earlier question we answered. So that means there will be a query for that officer. Our letter of appointment is written August. It's written January. And your confirmation of appointment is written second anniversary of employment, which is January. So why is your letter of appointment reading August? So the last paragraph explains it, that this letter supersedes the earlier one issued on so date and dates. That is it.
Yes, sir. Why the assumption of assumption date still remains, sir?
Why they are yes, that is it. Only much as I pay Mr. Yusuf will that's all, because the truth of the matter, I'm human. I can't everything. That is why we have a cross ventilation of ideas and opinion, and gives us a very boss answer. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your contribution.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Mr. Boss said, Abidemi, unmute yourself.
Okay, sir. Please, in my own case, sir, I just went back to check my letter of appointment. Yes, I know I have an offer of appointment on probation. Does that mean I still have another letter to collect by returning the or this? Also, that's what I've been using ever since. What are you looking for? I've never come back to any other letter.
Miss Abidemi, we are having two voices there, so we can't hear you clearly.
Okay, what I'm saying is, on my own letter of appointment I have, it's offer of appointment on probation, and that is what I've been using ever since I got appointment to the service. So, does this suffice for me, or do I still have to return this one to commission to take one that reads letter of appointment? That's my question. Thank you.
Everybody has a letter of appointment on probation. What does that mean? It means that your appointment is subject to probation of 2 years. That is it. And it also means permanent appointment. That is it. That after that 2 years, you are a permanent staff. You are confirmed. Your name is still written with biro or pencil. Thank you, ma'am. So it suffices, madam. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sir. We have a question in the chat box. The question said, what are the implications of not submitting or filing assumption of duty?
Let me check.
Assumption of duty form on resumption of annual leave or other leave, sir. What are the implications of not submitting or filing assumption of duties form on resumption of annual leave or any
break it also.
What are the implications of not submitting or filing assumption of duty form? Okay, what are the implications of not submitting or filing assumption of duties form on resumption of annual leave or any other leave?
Thank you, sir. The implications are many. Number one, it means that you are still enjoying your leave. You are not back to duty. That is the implication. So, and a disciplinary action can be taken against you that your leave is supposed to end 31st December. And this is 38th November. And this is 29th of December. And there is no sign that you have resumed. Despite the fact that you are showing up your face, if that certificate is not, that letter is not in your file, in future, if it is picked up, they can say you have not resumed. Somebody once of them go resume. So it is very necessary, very, very necessary. You file and submit, you fill and submit your letter of assumption after your leave. Very compulsory, sir. What's the next one?
Yeah, Mrs. Tomori, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. In addition to what my big boss have said, the assumption of duty certificate, as we normally call it, from the point of entry to the exit, because this is a certificate, I mean the assumption of duty that determine your confirmation of appointment. So without being submit, you may have issues in date of your confirmation of appointment, because the date that a letter was issued may probably not be the date that you assume duty. And that is why we normally advise officers that the date you assume duty determine, in most cases, let me use that word, determine the date of your confirmation after 2 years. So it's very important.
That is it determines your date of confirmation.
Confirmation, that is what I'm saying, sir. That is what I'm saying. And it's one of the criteria for confirmation of appointment. As we have two SPADEV, medical certificate of fitness, assumption of duty certificate. So it goes along with the criteria for prerequisite for confirmation of appointment. Thank you, sir.
You are most welcome, my dear sister.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Tomori. Mrs. Tomori is working Civil Service Commission. Arani, right, Ma?
In the Department of Recruitment
and Appeal.
Recruitment and Appeal.
Yes,
yes,
Ma, what do you think we need to know in your department? Or what are the, especially on the exit or appeal?
No, I can't. No, I can't really undo exit. But in my department, we deal with recruitment, confirmation of appointments, statutory advancements, redesignation, change of name, change of next of kin, transfer, secondment, contract appointments.
Let me take you up on redesignation. On redesignation, we don't do redesignation on officers' request.
No, sir, at the point of entry, sir.
And
at the point of entry. Sorry. Is at the point of entry. Is at the point of entry.
Designate qualification me.
No, is at the point of maybe, sir.
Monique
is at the point of is at the point of entry. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kotun, are you here? Mr. Kotun.
But I'm having issues with the network.
Okay, we can hear you clearly. We have a question for you. You can hide your video and leave your mic. I think boy that share one thing.
Okay.
Okay. Mumbo Mrs. Adelaja, go ahead.
Okay, Mundo Bayo.
Okay, any suru, Mr. Kotu. Miss Adelaja.
Thank you very much, our coordinator. Please, I would like to ask question on termination of appointments. If government terminates any appointment of any officer, it's going to be from what period to what period? And if the government did the termination immediately, how many months notice in lieu of salary would they give to the officer?
Adelaja. Mrs. Adelaja. Okay, let us look at what are the conditions that makes a government terminate officers' appointments. Do you get it now? Because we have various reasons for termination. Termination can be as a result of redundancy. Termination can be as a result of extinction of a particular cadre. Termination can be as a result of ill health. Termination, there are many reasons why government terminates a particular appointment. So depending on the reason of termination, it depends, that determines the amount of salary that can be paid in lieu of appointment. It now takes us back to letter of appointments. If you read your letter of appointments, it is stated clearly that either party has the right to terminate this contract. Do you know letter of appointment is like a letter of contracts? And it states clearly, Mrs. Tomori will explain better now. And it states clearly why you can terminate the contract. So let me put Mrs. Tomori online. Mrs. Tomori? Mrs. Tomori?
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
In your letter, in the letter of appointment you issue, there is a chapter, a paragraph there that states that either party can terminate this appointment. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Oh, not. Oh, Roti?
Yes, sir.
Assist me.
Yes, it is there in the letter. It is there in the letter.
It's there,
always
sir.
there.
It's there. It's always stated there. Yes, 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 it's there.
To terminate.
Yes, it's there, sir.
So, if as an employee, I'm leaving the government, there are rules that governs my leaving this employment. That if I am less than 5 years, what I will do is I will resign. Mrs. Tomori, how many spotlight? I have said everybody will discuss. So if anybody asks to it, not only Mrs. Tomori now or Mrs. Adelaja, gbogbo àjọ wà ní establishment kìíní náà ni.
Yes, sir.
I'm months notice, and if it's with immediate effects, big government terminated with immediate effects. You will not terminate the government with immediate effects. So I am going with immediate effects as an employee. How many months salary?
I think it's 1 month, sir. Sir?
It was for 1 month. Somebody is saying that something. Hello?
With immediate effect, you pay 1 month leave of notice. Abi?
Okay. Somebody is saying another thing.
But to the best of my knowledge, sir, I think.
What's here, Mrs. Tomori? Another person is saying something again.
It's 1 month leave of notice.
Sir?
1 month. Is
that is what I said.
1 month notice or 1 month you pay 1 month salary.
Exactly.
So that now answers Mrs. Adelaja's question that how many months in lieu of notice will a government pay for termination? It's 1 month notice. 1 month in lieu of notice. Òun mo ṣe ní ó tún wá depend lé category. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ redundancy yẹn fault officer ni bóyá kò wà productive mọ́. Tá bá sọ̀rọ̀ extinction of cadre ọ̀tọ̀ tún nìyẹn o. Okay, ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn drivers, there was a time nígbà Ọbásanjọ́ tó ń cancel driver ní federal level. Wípé kò sí tó ń jẹ́ driver, everybody máa gba driver fúnra rẹ̀ ni. Government ò ní sanwó fún wọn mọ́. Ìgbà kan àwọn secretaries nígbà yẹn náà, there was a rule nígbà yẹn náà. So you will be given 1 month salary in lieu of notice. Thank you. Oya, Mrs. Adelaja, what is your contribution to it? Mrs. Adelaja.
Mrs. Alaga, go ahead.
Okay, mine is a different question. Sir, we talked about redesignation, and you said redesignation is not done at the instance of the officer. There is a Civil Service Commission that redesignates based on abolition of office or whatever, sir. But I want to
say whatever.
Sir, I said abolition of office, maybe like the time that the tax officers were moved to different cadres and all that, they were designated. It wasn't at their instance. But I want to ask, there's someone that I know that used to be a town planner. And I think the person wrote the professional exams for estate valuers. And then the person is now a lands officer. So in that case, did it happen at his instance or at the instance of the commission? Was it redesignation or conversion? That's my question, sir. Thank you, sir.
Conversion, man.
Okay, sir. Conversion.
That's not redesignation.
Okay.
Conversion, out of. Hello?
Why, sir?
That is called.
Hello, sir.
That is what we call conversion as a result of additional qualification. Madam, do I answer your question? Hello, madam.
Hello, sir. The new qualification, the estate valuer's certificate, is not additional to the officer's former cadre. It's just another, maybe it's related, was not, I don't know whether it's additional qualification. It's a different qualification. And it changed, it moved to.
He or she must establishment, MET. So if MET has given you approval, that means we can use it for conversion. Let me give you a typical example. I have seen admin officer that went to do ICANN, and immediately he qualified as a chartered accountant. That officer was converted to finance and account cadre. Do you get my point now? If
I do, sir.
Give you approval, then we have to use it for you, because you don't go to read for the sake of reading. You are doing it for advancement of your career. So we have to oblige you. And that is why we don't call it redesignation. And that was why the difference between redesignation and conversion. Redesignation, somebody told us that at the point of entry, redesignation at the point of entry, the employer may wrongly give you a wrong cadre at the point of entry. And after noticing it, that you are not supposed to be given this cadre, they will now redesignate you, not at your own instance. It is because they discovered that there was a mistake somewhere. That is why they were redesignating you. But as an officer, as you are, let me give you an example now. We often see those who read economics. I've seen an officer who read economics, and that officer is presently an insurance officer. And that officer came to commission to argue that he's not an insurance graduate, that he is an economy graduate, that he ought to have been posted to Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget as a planner. And I told him that go and read the schemes of service. What are the qualifications for an insurance officer? It says that you must have a social science. This customer ṣe ní Unilife. Aquara kìíní kan mi ìrántí orúkọ course yẹn. Insurance of
actuarial science.
Actuarial science.
Actuarial science.
Science, economic, or insurance. Only so you have read for what the prerequisite for that cadre. That is why you are giving. And the officer said, I don't like insurance officer. I want to be a planning officer or whatever. I want to be an MEPB. Unfortunately, there is no professional program ni MEPB. Only if there is a professional program, I will have asked you to go and do it so that you can convert, not designated. You will convert to MEPB. So that is it, man.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, I answer your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, ma. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any more questions?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good,
Good evening, sir.
good evening, ma.
Yes, sir. At the last interactive section that we had, where I don't know, but we've not gotten clarification on this issue. Casual leave, sick leave, and maternity leave, inclusive of weekend in the calculation. But there's another portion again that says casual leave is 5 working days. So which one are we taking? That's the question. I know we discussed it at the last interactive, but we did not really get to a tangible conclusion. Thank you, sir.
I wasn't part of that discussion.
We were not part of it. It was the day you were expecting you, but when you were not, we were just discussing generally. So I just want you to give more clarification, because I think it was even Mrs. Adelaja that noticed it, that maternity leave, sick leave, and casual leave in the civil service rule was stated that inclusive of weekend. But there was another portion again that now said casual leave is 5 working days.
Okay, thank you.
So that's what I want clarification on. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, ma. When you talk about casual leave, it is assumed that our working days are Monday to Friday. So if you are asking for casual leave, you can't ask for casual leave on weekends, that is Saturday, Sunday. We don't come to office except on rare occasion. Do you agree with me? So your casual leave, we read Monday to Friday. That is that. If you are talking about maternity leave, annual leave, we talk about 21 working days. No, that's for junior staff. We talk about 1 month. From 7 and above, you go for 1 month annual leave. You go for 6 months maternity leave. 1 more month, for clarity purpose. And the truth of the matter is, Saturday is inclusive of our working days. Saturday is inclusive, but because we don't normally come on Saturday, but Sunday is not regarded as a working day. That is why you see some establishments, they come to office on Saturday. They may not spend the long hours we spend from Monday to Friday, only from 9 to 2. Am I making sense to you? So, because the other one called casual, that is why it is given 5 working days. Thank you, ma. And I think somebody called me later and talked about this thing. Lori, this leave. I'll let you know. I'll bring it to the fore.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Elliott.
Hello. My question goes to Mrs. Somori on changes. I find out from officers we are trying to write change of date of death. That the change of on their on their pay slip is not their actual date. That they are having they are having confusing date of date of death on their pay slip. One of them, I asked the person to bring their NIN. The date of birth of the NIN and the passport is the same, but the date of birth, and I asked which date of birth did you tell me in the service. So he was saying at that time somebody just did whatever, like they were not sure of the month. It's the month that the person was having an issue, but the date, the year, and hear is right, and said he wants to write, can that person say right for correction?
Hello,
Was he correct? Was he corrected?
No, I'm asking, can that person write for correction?
He can write with evidence, with incontrovertible evidence. If she has original birth certificate, mind you, original birth certificate.
Okay.
That is why you don't allow people to fill your form for you. You fill it yourself. And I don't see when you fill your form, you will make mistake concerning your birthday, date of birth, except if you are having multiple date of births.
But
that you will know which one. But if you have evidence to convince the commission that this is your rightful age, commission will change it for you.
okay, so it's only the original birth certificate. What the other document?
Excuse me. Not if you are at the verge of retiring. Oracle ti stop salary ẹ ó wá sáwá wípé nígbà yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ o a máa béèrè pé kí ló ń wò látijọ́ every pay slip náà máa kọ your date of appointment, your birth date and your exit date. Ṣé o rí látijọ́ yìí bóyá sáfíìsì ń dùn tí ń gbádùn sáfíìsì ó wá fẹ́ lọ géètì sáfíìsì ẹ ló wá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ní wọ́n ṣe mistake in date of birth mi ò ń tan rẹ ni o you are going o.
From this person's own. Ó máa tètè date tó fẹ́ lò tó wà ní kìíní ẹ̀ ó máa lọ before the date on the pay slip. So he wants to know this.
Tó bá ní original birth certificate ẹ̀ tó bá lè wá ta dẹ̀ site ẹ̀ ta rí pé òótọ́ who filled your form for you, who made that mistake. Gonna understand. Nobody convinced they will change it for him or her.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Ms. Abidemi, unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Well, the question I actually wanted to ask is, in the course of our discussion.
Ms. Abidemi, hold on, please. Can you move away from your
home? Bruce was there, and so was his mother.
Okay.
Oh, you have that TV.
During the search warrant at the
Okay, yes, I'll do
that. Composition of Bruce, but
okay, done. All right.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, in the course of our discussion, we have had a question asked about how can we introduce ourselves when we enter the interview room, and we have been told how to introduce ourselves. We're told to not talk about things that are already in our briefs in front of the panelists. Like we should talk about other things that they might want to know about us. For me, as a person, yes, I'm an admin officer, but I've been in MVAA where we sell plates and, a little bit far from core administrative duties like that. Will it be nice for me to start telling them, okay, this is what because that is what we actually do on a daily basis. The core administrative duties like, writing submissions, meetings and all of that is not something I can't even recollect the last time we did, even though as personally, on a personal note, we try to keep ourselves in touch. Will it be nice for me to start telling them those things, on the job things that I do as a station manager, of course, upscaling the internally generated revenue for the state government. I just want to know, will it be nice for me to start talking about that? Won't they feel offended if I'm not talking about what I do as an admin and HR officer? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ma. Will you please introduce yourself to me again? I want to know how you introduce yourself to the panel. I was not at that meeting.
Yes, sir. I've not really introduced myself. It was just one of those advices that were given to us by. Okay, sir.
You don't necessarily tell me your name, but I just want to introduce yourself.
I'm Abidemi Popola Ibrahim, a Chief Administrative Officer. I'm currently the station manager for Apapa Licensing Office on a daily basis, we try to work in tune with what's the schedule of my
sister,
duty. Yes, sir.
What
Yes,
you
sir.
are not what you are not asked, don't say it.
All right, sir.
You may say yourself into trouble.
All right, sir.
My name is Kehinde Yusuf.
Okay, sir.
Director, admin, and HR, but presently working as Director, Career Management Directorate, Civil Service Commission. Oton. I won't go further to say I'm in charge of promotion, I'm in charge of conversion, I'm in charge of leave of absence, I'm in charge. No, they didn't ask me that. All I need to do is tell them my name. And when I'm telling them my name, I will tell them my name first. Teba Utaba fill form on my first name, second name, surname. So I'm asking about you. I'm not asking about your surname. So you tell me your name first. My name is Kehinde Yusuf. So whoever is listening, we know that is Kehinde is my first name, Adewale is my second name, and Yusuf is my surname. That person will know that I am a level 17 officer, admin and HR, because that is what I am first before I become the Director, Career Management Directorate. You are an admin and HR before you become station manager. Do you get my point now? So my name is Kehinde Adewale Yusuf. I am currently Assistant Director, Admin and HR at the MVA. Kini fún mi ní MVA imi mo fún mi ní. Aso Motor Vehicle Agency Authority àbí kílẹ̀ ń pera yín. Màá sọ. Ó tán. The next question is, what exactly do you do at MVA? Somebody bèrè lọ́wọ́ mi. Good riddance to bad rubbish. I don't need to tell you that. All they need to ask is, as Assistant Director, Admin and HR, it is expected that you are to know certain basic responsibilities of your schedule. It is expected for you to know. Because tomorrow they can take you away as a station manager and ask you to go and head the admin and HR of another agency. You won't tell them that I've never done it before. I've been all my life, I've been in MVA. So I want to live and die and retire at MVA. You can't tell them that. So there are certain expectations of us as admin and HR. I don't know when last I did my admin and HR last in when I was Director Admin and HR in the Ministry of Agri. That was 2019 before I came to commission. But I am still first and foremost admin and HR. But the reality is that my present schedule has nothing to do with admin and HR. But does that take the fact away from me that I don't know that we have 5 divisions of admin and HR? No, it hasn't taken it away from me. Does that mean I don't know the role of each of the 5 divisions? No, it's not taking it away from me. So what is expected of you is that please go and know the 5 divisions of the admin and HR. Because it's not an excuse to say that I don't do admin and HR. Montaboni. It sounds irritating to Montaboni. Because they are not rating you or assessing you on the basis of the plates you are selling. That is not what they are rating you for. They are rating you as admin and HR who is going to the next level of admin and HR. And there are certain expectations from you in the next level. That is it, man.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Alaga.
Yes, sir. Mr. Yusuf, sir.
Yes,
we
ma'am.
had another discussion yesterday while we were waiting for you. Somebody raised a question about maternity leave granted to a woman towards the end of the year, like say 2024, for instance, maybe August, October 2024.
November.
So the person asks, is this woman entitled to annual leave in either 2024 or 2025? What is your answer to this, sir?
Thank you.
When did the officer go? When did the woman go? Which months?
November.
Which months? November.
November. Yes.
November.
Okay.
November this year, and it's her first birth, so she was granted 6 months maternity leave.
Yes.
So the question that came up was, will she be entitled to annual leave in either this year or next year?
She will not be entitled to any maternity. Can I explain?
Why, sir?
Thank you. Number one, only aláboyún mọ ó mọ oṣù ni kò mọjọ́. Àbá aláboyún mọjọ́. Kò mọjọ́ ó kàn mọ oṣù. Ipe my DD, even the doctor will just say your DD either before or after. So if your maternity leave starts in November 2024, why do you want to go to leave in 2025 again? That means you are going December, January, or to the July 2025 to resume. So you are not entitled. Why are you not entitled to annual leave? My dear sister, annual leave means that you have worked for a certain period here now. After working for so period, you have a month to go and rest. So, and you have been resting since December till July, and you are applying for annual leave again. So, tojo bate ti what to apply, oju mata wata fe fun e na. Be that at its may, the rule again is that you cannot enjoy two things at the same time within the same period of time. You are on maternity leave and you cannot enjoy your annual leave at the same time. Likewise, you are on leave of absence. You cannot say you want to go on annual leave again. You want to on leave of absence 20.
Networking and breaks, sir.
Annual things at the same time from government. That is it. Thank you. Check into Sony, yes, sir. What I'm saying is that in service, you cannot enjoy two benefits from government concurrently or in the same year. I'm going on maternity leave in November. That means it will spill till July ending. Can I go for my annual leave? Have I worked from January to July before I ask for annual leave? I have not worked, so I can't go. I'm only entitled to maternity leave. That answered the question. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. More wisdom, sir.
You are welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Bomi, thank you so much. I'm having a network issue here.
Oh, sorry.
On termination, on this same termination, taking for example, extinction or abolition of KEDA.
Yes, ma'am.
Can governments make, you said termination is immediate.
Yes,
termination is for that extinction of KEDA. Can termination be immediate? Won't they inform them for a certain period of time that this KEDA no longer in the service, no longer relevant in the service?
Only much so earlier, when you talk about termination, we have different types of termination. Only much so termination, only much better. There is a contract between the employer and the employee. And in that contract, it is stated that either party can terminate, provided the other party is informed. So that's an aspect of termination. A minimum will bring up termination as a result of redundancy, termination as a result of extinction of a particular cadre. In such cases, the officer will have been informed. I'm going to marry handwriting here on the wall. Understand me? They may now give him. Tí ìjọba bá fẹ́ ṣèkà fún ẹ, ọ̀ ní fẹ́ fún ẹ ló, wọ́n á kàn sọ fún ẹ pé you are terminated. All depend the character in it or no. If it's an recalcitrant officer, they may say you are terminated immediately as a result of redundancy. You are terminated because there must be a reason given for that termination. Get me, listen. So it depends at the pleasure of your employer. Likewise, it's at your own pleasure too. Mule decide that okay, I want to resign, or I want to withdraw my service, but I am giving you notice. You know, my notice is by choice. I may decide not to give you notice and say I am going with immediate effect and I will pay 1 month salary. What they can do for termination as a result of extinction is that they will ensure that all his entitlements are ready so that he takes his entitlement immediately, because it's a shocker ab initio that you are terminating him with immediate effect. So his package must be ready and paid immediately. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, if at the interview, sir, that we are asked, if
I don't hear you.
Hello, sir. If
Yes,
at
sir.
the interview, sir, we are asked to explain the business disciplinary procedure, what exactly what exactly are they expecting from us?
They are expecting to start with query. Disciplinary procedure starts from query.
Okay.
And it depends on the query. If by answering the query, you did not admit guilt, For instance, also we pay or the relation of duty. The relation of duty, yeah, and I was able to answer by giving evidence of letter of commendation. See, Ogato accused me of the relation of duty to for me. So I come to win Oga.
Okay.
But to bá jẹ́ pé Oga yẹn, out of personal vendetta, he just decided to hate me. Or bẹ́ẹ̀ mi pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣe jọkùnrin, I don't do obìnrin. So mo pẹ́ tàánú nìyẹn.
Yes, sir.
Ó lè ní your response to that query is not satisfactory, and therefore you are expected to appear before a PMB on so dates. So my pay that is from query to PMB, from PMB commission to decision of the PMB to commission. That is the procedure of query. And at the PMB, you will explain what transpired at the PMB. At the PMB, what is the composition of PMB discipline? The composition, a representative of the Ministry of Justice must be there. And your accuser must not be a defender. Oh, get me listening. Director HR, I'm the one that gave you query. I can't be one of the directors that will sit at that panel. I can only be invited to state my case. But in most cases, I might make a mistake here. Director to find query to my Joko as one of the substantive director to my influence the decision. Of course, he will influence
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Miss Abidemi, unmute yourself. Miss Abidemi, are you there?
Yes. Okay, sir. I just want to take from the discussion on redundancy, extinction of office, and all of that. I wanted to ask if the instance is that if the issue is at the instance of the government, probably it is as a result of the extinction of the office, and the officers it's not like the officers have been redundant or anything. Can't the officers in that office be absorbed in other relevant, rather than calling for their termination or something like that? Can they be absorbed in other offices?
In most cases, they are redesignated if there are vacancies or if there are suitable places work. Mind you, I'm saying they redesignated, they don't convert them. Oh, to get anything. They will redesignate them. Not conversion now. They will redesignate them to where they are suitable to work. Irú ẹni tí mo ní ó ní BSc economics, ó wà ní insurance. Tó bá yẹ pé insurance department, God forbid, is going to extinction, they will look at the qualification of the officers there and take them to where they will be best utilized. It is after there is nowhere only fix one, see, no matter terminate one, because government will also be very cautious because of the payments. Because if they are terminating you with immediate effect, they must pay you with immediate effect too. Thank you.
Mr. Onikeku.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Onikeku.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My question is on way of living the service. The public service route says about 4 ways of living the service, but there are some other ways that are allotted up for if they distribute somebody or terminate appointment, it's also living the service. Why are those conditions not put in part of those 4? Is it because the 4 ways are affecting them directly?
List the 4 and I'll add to it.
Resignation, withdrawal, retirement, and redundancy. Those are the 4 ways that was listed in the public service rule.
Look, Kenny.
Redundancy.
Redundancy.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you go to chapter, okay, sorry.
And if we look at it, they said the 4 ways are these, apart from dismissal, termination, abolition of office, incapacitation, invalidation, and death. But all these also, they are leaving the service. Why are they not part of those 4?
Okay, first of all, tó bá wo incapacitation, tó bá wo death, tó bá wo kí dárúkọ lẹ́yìn incapacitation and death, tó tún dárúkọ nǹkan.
Abolition of office. Abolition of office.
Of office.
Termination. Termination, dismissal.
Let me answer the question. So about other conditions, something leave.
Okay, sir.
They are not the natural way of living.
Okay.
They are not natural way of living. Death, anybody can die at any time.
Yeah.
Abolition of KEDA, it can happen at any time. Òun ni olóyìnbó pè ní force majeure. What you cannot control. Can you control death? You can't control it.
No.
Can you control abolition of KEDA? You can't control it. Which other one to mention?
Dismissal.
Dismissal. Kátẹ̀ ní àfọwọ́fà nìyẹn. It can happen at any time. It's not predictable. Àbí ọ̀rẹ́ ni tó ń wọ service money òun wọ service pé wọ́n lè dismiss òun service. No. So we call it unexpected situations.
Okay.
But unexpected situations. That is why they are not listed among the 4 normal way exiting service. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I want to mention redundancy pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, sir.
Oh, no,
that's the last way.
Because they are not normal way. Or possible throughout one's career, come and redundant to anybody now.
Yes, sir.
Àbí ìgbà tẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ṣẹ́ nísìn àwọn ọ̀nà lé lẹ́gbọ́n tán lé pé because of redundancy. They are very reactive. They are very reactive. But àwọn ètò frequent ní mẹ́rin tán kọ yẹn. Àtijọ́ tó ti wọṣẹ́ every week tó bá wà ní díà ní lọ́dọ̀ wa every week àwọn èèyàn kọ lẹ́tà pé àwọn fẹ́ resign. Every week àwọn èèyàn kọ lẹ́tà withdrawal of service. Every week ni àwọn èèyàn kọ lẹ́tà voluntary retirement. Every week làwọn èèyàn kọ lẹ́tà statutory retirement. So what are you saying? Àárín yẹn they occur frequently. But the other 4 or 3 that I mentioned don't occur on a regular basis. They are rare.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome,
Mrs. Alaga. Mrs. Alaga, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Mr. Yusuf, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
When an officer gets a query on an allegation of misconduct on a particular case, how many times should the officer be queried before the case gets referred to a PMB? Is one query sufficient to get the officer to the point of PMB, or it has to be 3?
3 times.
Okay, sir.
And let me explain. Hello, ma'am.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Please, hold on, sir. Please, if anybody has question, mute yourself for the response. So, Mr. Alaga, mute yourself, man. Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, now. The explanation is this. You are giving a query on reason will give this, let's say the religion of duty. Or the answer. One key person file. About 2 months later, you are also giving another one on the same dereliction of duty. So back they can set a PMB on you. But if we have a very good admin and HR officer, what that office director needs to do is that to call you, Mrs. O, what is the problem? You are no longer efficient. You are no longer productive. Do you have any personal issue? Come talk to me. I cancel. Or possible because only any reason. See, either ọkùnrin àbóbìnrin yẹn tí ó fi wà efficient lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Ó lè ní personal problem. Ó lè provide solution fún. Kó dẹ̀ get along well. But if all efforts prove abortive, they can set up a disciplinary procedure. Especially when the officer becomes rude about kí ló dé ẹ ṣe máa rí sí mi ṣé mi nìkan ni mo wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ni wọ́n lè rán ó ti yàtọ̀. But what the rule says is that you must be given 3 times before a disciplinary action is taken against you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Abidemi.
Thank you. First, I want to ask, what is the difference of the relationship between incapacitation and redundancy? That's number 1. Then number 2, on what of
incapacitation, God forbid, bóyá motor accidents, bóyá house accidents, ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́run má jẹ́ agbélé iṣẹ́ lápá mo ti rẹ́ni tó wà ní room tó dẹ̀ sleep nínú bath tó rọ́ lápá health issue ẹ ti get ẹ̀ that is kò wá lè ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ or bóyá ó go blind kò ríran mọ́ ó get mi nísìn ó dẹ̀ tún ní bóyá mental problem that is incapacitation kí ló pe kejì what's the second one.
Redundancy
is
redundancy.
Redundancy is as a result of your inefficiency. Òun ni mo ṣe máa ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé òun complain wọ́n rí ẹ náà lù ẹ o wọ́n bá rí ẹ wọ́n á lẹ lòmí o. Òun complain kò dẹ̀ máa fura ó fẹ́ lọ leave. Ó ní ọ̀gá tó bá di next week máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ leave. Ó ní next week ti pẹ́ ju kúkú bẹ̀rẹ̀ bó ṣe sọ nísinsìnyí. That means you are not adding value to that office nìyẹn o. Ẹ fura o àgbà tí ò fura ni kinní kan ṣe o. Tó bá ti ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ pé má jẹ́ kó di next week bẹ̀rẹ̀ leave ẹ nísinsìnyí kó máa lọ. Which is you are not contributing anything to that office. And God forbid ìjọ tó bá ní kán list àwọn officers tó wà redundant tí ò tẹ̀ tán ní value adarúkọ ẹ̀ o. But ibi tá a máa ti ń ṣe àgbéyọ tó máa ṣe spadef ìwọ ló fẹ́yàn query yìí pé ó wà inefficient nígbà tó dẹ̀ máa fún ní score spadef òun fún ní 68 ṣẹ́ni tó gba 68 ṣó wà inefficient ni kò wà inefficient so tó bá máa lé lọ as a result of redundancy á dẹ̀ gbé spadef score ẹ̀ á gbé jáde á lọ court industrial court if they are saying I'm inefficient they have scored me 80%, 65%. Are you saying 65% is an inefficient person? Mo tún kọ́ ẹ lọ́gbọ́n tó máa fi jà tó máa fi win nìyẹn o. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Second question.
Okay. Yes, sir. The second question, sir. We're speaking about number of times èèyàn lè hear kó tó di pé wọ́n set up PMB fún. You said sọ pé èmi rò pé tó bá lọ yẹ pé gravity ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ́ni yẹn ṣẹ̀ the gravity of the offence that is being committed tó bá pé nǹkan tó wà grievous ni will it still be at 3 times warning or okay at different times maybe at different times different offences were committed each offence will be given 3 times I don't know or
no
total 3 times warning for any kind of offense that has been committed. Thank you, sir.
Báwo ló ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà?
Sorry, sir.
If ẹni jalè nísìnyí ṣá máa tún fún l'opportunity kó tún jalè mí ni. A lè fún l'opportunity kó jalè mí náà. Ẹni jalè automatic PMB la máa set up fún náà. Mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó mọ̀ pé má gbàgbé inú discipline ọkọ̀ gross indiscipline ọkọ̀ kí lorúkọ kejì.
Misconduct and serious misconduct.
Now, misconduct, uncle gross misconduct. Ó depend the gravity ẹ̀ ṣe ṣọ́ ara ẹ̀ o, Abídèmí àbí what's your name? Wọ́n ò lè dúró fún kíyẹn pé mẹ́ta náà. Ẹni jalè nísìnyí wọ́n á dúró fún ọjọ́ mẹ́ta. Wọ́n á dúró fún kó tún ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mí, kó tún lọ jalè mí. Wọ́n ò lè dúró fún yẹn náà. Àbẹ́ni tọ́lọ́pàá mú tán ló wà ní ọ̀nbàmọ́ court is a court member. Wọ́n á tún ní òkè àpilẹ̀ kó tún lọ ṣe court mi. Ó depend the gravity ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó bá ṣẹ̀ náà. Thank you.
Mrs. Babarinde.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Like, after having mentioned the 4 ways of living service, can we still mention those other ones that you said is of natural cause? Maybe
of course, if you are to mention 8 ways of existing the service, they were in PSR. Oh, ní sọ fún wọn pé mẹ́rin ló wà ń bẹ̀ wá sọ ìtókù náà rà. Bóyá nínú oral interview nísìn, ẹ̀yin mẹ́wàá lẹ jókòó ní front row. Okay, without repeating what the other person has said, everybody should give us one way of exiting the service. Oh, I don't know here. Oh, the one I want to say has been said by number one. Ó lè jẹ́ pé mẹ́rin péré ló tí ì sọ. Ẹni tó ń béèrè pé the 8 of you should say one way of living. Òun náà ti mọ̀ pé apart from the 4 ways, there are other ways of exiting the service. Kò tó béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin wípé ẹ̀yin mẹ́jẹ̀jọ yẹn ò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ repeat the same answer. Oh, get me nísìn. So that is it o.
Ọ̀gá tẹ́lẹ̀ list ìwé ìṣẹ́ fún wa.
Èmi kọ́ ni máa list ẹ̀mí gbọ́dọ̀ spoon feed yín ṣebí Moníkẹ́kù ti sọ ó sọ mẹ́rin tó wà nínú chapter 2 of the PSR mo tún sọ chapter fún yín nìyẹn tó bá tún lọ sí chapter 10 or chapter 8 tó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa medical á sọ nípa incapacitation mo tún ti ń fún ẹ lórí ọ̀rì tó nìyẹn o ṣé mi ni màá máa list ẹ̀ ní ṣọ́ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ náà. Lọ wo chapter 8 of chapter 10 as for medical treatment everything as for incapacitation as for Oya jọ.
Mr. Adelaja. Mr. Adelaja.
Hello, sir. I just want to what you said, sir, on the issue of query. That if it has no criminal issues, I think the first thing is to give a letter of warning. And that one will be given 3 times before a query could be issued. During that letter of warning, there's what we call CM.
Any suru, madam. Letter of warning. The phone query control phone letter of warning. Letter of warning, sir. Before you are giving letter of warning, what comes first? Query. There must be a query before I warn you now.
Yes.
I must wait.
Mrs. Alako, mute your mic. Mrs. Alako.
Query. Why am I? Why? You must have committed an infraction before I can warn you. Mongboma. Hello, ma.
Mrs. Ogami.
Hello.
I don't know because based on what I read
Hello.
is that we are no more in administration. We are now in that before we issue a query to any person, the query is the one that we go into the letter. The query is the one that can institute the PMB. So before we do that, we should do what? We should give a letter of warning first. Either the case is on general inefficiency or things that does not involve criminal cases. A letter of warning will be given. Thereafter, if there is no improvements, taking for example, drunkenness. Taking for example, drunkenness. Taking for example, yes. Maybe you discover that an officer has the habit of drinking all the time. You give a warning and you discover that it's affecting his job. You give a warning. Then in the course of that warning, you introduce a CMC.
No, ma. That is great. Let me tell you, legally, I can't warn you. What we do is that I will give you that Mr. A, it was observed by 8 o'clock this morning. You were smelling of alcohol. You are drunk to a stupor that you cause commotion in the office. I will have you must have done something to warrant warning. So what have you done? And your explanation, you may now say, ma, I am not drunk. I only took herb of malaria, which was one of the concoction mix contain alcohol. And that was what you perceived in me. I was not drunk, then I will not give you query. That if I will not give you warning that next time you are not allowed to take that kind of a drug, especially when it's not recommended by a medical doctor before or during office hours. It is not left for you to back cruise like Mary, but when just in got alone but I cannot warn you. What am I warning you for? I must have queried you for something before I warned you. What we will do is that kind of a letter, warning letter, I will just put it in your file. Or at times, I may have a flimsy file. What some officers, some guards do is that they have a special file. And somebody phone query warning, what can keep it. And when they are leaving that ministry, when they destroy it, make me but to give me a warning letter without a query, I don't think it's like putting the card.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Tomori, do you want to say something? Mrs. Tomori? Okay. Mrs. Alako, ṣé fẹ́ add nǹkan kan mọ́ ni? Okay, Mr. Shitu, unmute yourself. Mr. Shitu.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Yeah. Good evening, sir. Ogami. More wisdom, sir.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hold
sir.
on, Mrs.
Now,
Tomori, hold on, ma.
Okay.
sir, to be sincere, on the issue of disciplinary procedure, you, as far as we are concerned, you are an authority on this issue.
Authority.
Commission. Authority, sir. Yes, sir. So people wanted to know, specifically that when it comes to disciplinary procedure, báwo ló yẹ ká ṣe tú? Because CSR is very clear about it in the rule 04, 04, 04, rule 04, 04, 05, like that. But however, àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ mọ̀, if they ask you, tell us, practical, so direct. Okay, an officer committed social offense like drunkenness, 10 years or less. We're talking of misconduct, serious misconduct like that. Okay, committee misconduct. What are the procedure you take? That's what you actually practical. People want to know specifically disciplinary procedure. Kini first step, kini next step. How do we? For instance, the CSR stated it clearly that when issue of misconduct or unsatisfactory behavior is being brought to the notice of a superior officer, ó state àwọn procedure tí ó yẹ kí superior officer yẹn kó take. And 3 steps were categorically stated. That one, if after giving that person a query in form of writing stating the nature of the offense and the implication of the offense, stating the relevant quote in the PSR, 3 steps will come up. One, if the superior officer believes that the officer has exculpated himself and he deserves not to be punished, it shall be informed in writing. Second one, if the officer...
Sorry, it shall be, if the officer was able to exonerate himself, it shall be communicated through writing.
Yes, in writing.
No, only warning him after that.
Warning.
You should that in.
Okay. But the second one also says that if the officer has not exculpated himself and he decided that he should not be punished, then it should also be advised. Second one. The third one.
All right, sir. Coming. Not all of Amani and set disciplinary action for. Oh, to get me, we can do counseling. Okay, most financial embarrassment. some people came to the office to embarrass me. I am owing them. And in the course of that, all staff were embarrassed. On wa fún mi ní query lórí. And the director admin and HR now sat me down and say, what is your problem? Your salary is so. Ṣé mo pé gbogbo àmọ́ salary ara wa. Kí ló ń ṣe tí salary ò fi tó ẹ? Ṣé mo pé ó lè cancel mi kó advice mi? That's the second aspect. Mo ń gbọ́ the third one. Hello, sir.
Mr. Shitu.
Hello, Mr. Shitu, yeah. Mr.
Hello, sir. The third one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that the officer has not exculpated himself, and it decided that a punishment should be meted or given to the officer. The third one, what we are saying is that top-up procedure, are we to mention the 3 scenarios? I think that is what I want to miss. Are we to mention the 3 scenarios? Because if the third one is applicable, it doesn't exculpate himself and decided that he should be punished, there shall be a report to the PS. And the PS will take a decision whether, depending on the nature of the case, whether it's a serious one or that is inimical to the public interest, in which case it might decide to be interdicted or suspended. Are we to state all these 3 steps and go further? If they say disciplinary procedure, at what stage are we supposed to just limit it? Don't come convincing for one.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Yes,
surely the first 3 stages to dárúkọ yẹn, the first 2 stages
then
the difference between an administrative and an administrative and human office.
Yes.
Yes, check in, repeat that. What I'm saying is that administration must be done with human face. But while administration is done with human face, you have to be methodological in your process and you have to keep records. But what we do mainly in the office is that I'm thinking ṣe pàdípàdí, ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ọmọ ìlú mi, àjọ wá láti ibì kan náà ni, àjọ wá láti àdúgbò kan náà ni, ohun tá a fi ń ṣe jù nìyẹn. That is why if I query you and your response shows sense of remorsefulness, I don't need to go further. Oh, get me listening.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it enters, depending on the director. The director may have a personal file to Mama Kosi. Elomideri file elo ma lọ straight. Olùmọ̀ṣẹ́ ó depend the director. If you are query and your answer, your response draw more of sympathy and empathy. Olùmọ̀ṣẹ́ for an example, ẹni tó ní financial problem. Understand the meaning? Abẹ́ni tó ń pẹ́ dé latecomer tó dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ pé wọ́n ta ilé tó ń gbé, òun gbé ní ìyànà pàjá, òun dẹ̀ ti kó lọ sí Ifọ̀ ní family house. So pípẹ́ tó ń pẹ́ dé yẹn, staff bus òun dé Ifọ̀, Sango bí nǹkan ní staff bus ń dé. Tóun bá dẹ̀ kúrò ní Ifọ̀ ní 4:30, wọ́n ti dáhùn lọ́nà tó ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì. Lòun ṣe ń jẹ́ kó di 5:30. And by that time, staff bus àti kúrò ní Sango, òun máa miss staff bus. Ó ṣáà wà sympathetic, ó dẹ̀ empathize pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ pé ó advise ẹ̀ pé okay, if that should be the case, don't you have a friend that you can manage with tó máa lo 2 or 3 days nílé ẹ̀? I'm ready to give you 2 days off. So mọ̀ pé another dimension ló tún fi ń wò. That is the second aspect. To advise it, to tell it, do this. The third aspect, Orikwe, this person is irredeemable. This person is a recalcitrant officer. that kò sí bó ṣe lè ṣe ó máa commit ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yẹn ṣá ni. Ó wá cascade ẹ̀ dé ọ̀dọ̀ PS. Tó bá ti dé ọ̀dọ̀ PS, distinction ti wà nínú issue yẹn o. TPS dẹ̀ ní, let us set a disciplinary PMB for this officer. The first question as an admin and nature, what level is this officer? Mato,
yes,
what
sir.
level is this officer? If the officer is between levels 01 to 06, PMBA, director HR ló máa handle it.
Composition.
Composition. Ultimately, máa handle 1 to 6. If the officer is between 7 to 12, ultimately, pé ọ́fíìsì yín náà ló máa handle ẹ̀. Ẹ kọ́ pé the necessary other members tó máa wà níbẹ̀. If it is 13 to 17, composition net ti yàtọ̀. You must have 3 permanent secretaries. You must have representative of Ministry of Justice, representative of Commission, representative of PSO, and so on and so forth. And you must have 5 substantive directors. Oh, get me missing. That is the process of PNB. Then, if the accused, the person that is accusing, approbating and reprobating is not allowed. If I'm accusing, I am also made a member of that committee. It contradicts that rule that I cannot be a judge in my case. So I have to be recluse from that meeting so that another person with it, they can only invite me as a prosecuting witness. The Mafelo language and lawyers, they can only invite me as a witness, not as a member of that board. So if you are asked, what are the procedure? You start from that 3. Titi o ma fi set PMB fún. What they want to test is your knowledge and understanding of the procedure of discipline. Thank you, sir.
God bless you, sir. God bless you, sir. Sir,
God bless you.
From that, sir, it shows that for case of disciplinary procedure to come, it most likely is likely to be case of serious misconduct. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Ó lè di ọ̀la kó parọ́ mọ́ mi, màá dẹ̀ mú evidence. Let me give you an example. 2 weeks ago, mo sign inspired from àwọn ọmọ mi. They were in my front. Mo dẹ̀ sọ fún ẹ pé, do you think you deserve this course tí mo fẹ́ fún ẹ? Ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo dẹ̀ ní kó prove ẹ̀. Èyí tó lè prove ẹ̀, I give it to him. Èyí tó lè prove ẹ̀, I didn't give him. Mo sọ fún pé o convince me. Ó dẹ̀ ní kí n fóun example. Mo dẹ̀ sọ example fún. Ìkan wà tí ò kí n wá bí iṣẹ́ every Friday. Despite the fact wípé mi fún ní opportunity pé kó má wá bí iṣẹ́ Friday. Mo ní so o wá expect pé kí n square nígbà tó ń béèrè efficiency ẹ kí n wá sọ fún ẹ pé o gba 6/10. I won't say that. I can't give you more than 3/10. Ọ̀gá ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, mo ní màá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Because èmi náà dúró díẹ̀ tí máa fẹ́ score spider for me. And I can't lie. It is against my conscience to lie. Ohun tó merit ni wá máa sọ pé o merit. Until ìgbà tí mo rí pé ó change, mo tún ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ change ẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé bó ṣe change yẹn o. Tó bá di next year, tó bá tún resume, mi ní fún ẹ o. So you keep record for purpose of defending yourself if the officer is proving stubborn or more clever than you are. Evidence but putting it in file, I rarely do it. I won't put anything into your file, but I have my own personal file. Tí màmá gbé jáde fún ẹ. Níjọba ẹ̀. Ìkan ṣubú pé ọ̀gá ìkà ní apààyàn ní. Mo ní kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀kà, kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ apààyàn. Mi ì mọ intention tiẹ̀, mi ì mọ tí ìwọ náà fẹ́ gbé mi lọ. Èmi náà tọ́jú material tèmi ni. Evidence ni. So that is that. Oh yeah, let us move.
Mr. Showmi.
Dodo Secha.
Mr. Showmi.
Hello, sir. Thank you, coordinator. And thank you, Aoga.
We are
I think you just, sir?
Money, we are colleagues.
Hello, sir.
We are colleagues.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. You see, you just confirm what Mrs. Adela just said in her opinion, in her submission, that query shouldn't be the first thing. You just mentioned counseling, you just mentioned advising, and you just mentioning trying to guide the officer before the issue.
Mr. Showmi, are you there?
Of query will be issued right in this. Yes. Hello.
We can't hear.
Hello. What about now? Can you hear me better now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I said the guy just confirmed what Mrs. Adela just said, that each query shouldn't be the first thing to be issued for officers that is hearing in one way or the other. The issue of counseling is there. The issue of empathizing and advice is there. And this is what the new norms in service is talking about, trying to empathize with officers before issue querying at all. Understanding the officer's challenges, documenting it, except the only area where issue of query will come immediately is the issue of serious misconduct. That is issue of perhaps fraud or damaging of government property. In this area, then officer can be issued query immediately. But issue of not coming handling the issue. Yes, please. Okay, maybe I give room for others to contribute. Perhaps the network not friendly at my end.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ms. Alaga.
Essence of HR.
Please, sir, Mr. Yusuf, sir. I just want to ask, junior, if the PMB discipline is junior staff category or senior, won't a rep of Ministry of Justice be there? Okay. What about the sort of management for me? I wasn't certain. Okay. So all categories for discipline justice must be there.
Yes, sir, because you don't know where it leads to. Only leads litigation, Lola. So you need counsel to advise you properly.
Okay. Mrs. Adelaja. Mrs. Adelaja.
Thank you, sir. Just to back what Mr. Showmi said, we can see that one in section 040303 of our public service rules that said, before proceeding for the removal of an officer for general inefficiency, he must have been warned on 3 or more occasions previously in writing. And I think that is where I'm drawing my point from, that if it is not a misconduct is the one that you can issue query immediately. But if it is not a serious misconduct, if it is under general inefficiency, the officer can be issued warning for like 3 times before a query will be issued. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Yusuf, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Hello.
Yes, sir. We are with you, sir.
Thank you. I will still stand on my points. I talk from two positions. I will talk as an administrative officer, and I'll also talk as a lawyer. If you are warning me, why are you warning me? Do you get my point now?
Yes, sir.
I am against the sections she quoted. But if something comes before warning, that is my own point. Something will come before warning. That section says you must have warned 3 times. What are you warning the officer for? I need an answer for that. What are you warning that officer for? Oh, yeah, now. What are you warning the officer for? At least being Moruko, anybody.
Mommy, you are the authority in this place, so we are just trying to clarify things.
You are not.
You can want for inefficiency, sir. You can
understand.
Inefficiency. Once it is affecting the job of that officer, you can warn and introduce the CMC.
My dear sister,
sir?
Take up your and check the meaning of warning. I want to go grammatical now. Check the meaning of warning and when it is given, and you come back. Do that assignment. Maybe no pay money cash assignment.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, let's continue. Hey, I go mewa mọ́kànlá àbọ̀ ti lù ó.
The time I got the fair too.
Yeah.
Wọ́n ló ń béèrè bí pé difference between redesignation and the conversion.
Ṣé bá ti sọ náà? Inú gbogbo conversation wa for the past 1.5 hours. A sọ pé tí commission bá fún ẹ ní wrong cadre, wọ́n lè redesignate ẹ. Tí redundancy bá dé, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ lay off àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n lè redesignate ẹ. Tí vacancy bá wà, tí wọ́n bá create new post, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ advertise ẹ síta, tí wọ́n ní kán wò nínú ilé because of the financial implication, wọ́n lè redesignate ẹ. Òun ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí LASRAM, Lagos State Records and Archive, kìíní kan tó wà ní PSSDC. Òun ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí
commission.
Yami. Wọ́n redesignate rather than employing new set of people. Òun ni mo ṣe sọ pé redesignation, it is at government instance, not at individual.
Government instance, yes.
Jami ò lè kọ lẹ́tà. Ìyẹn Jami ọ̀nà kò lè kọ lẹ́tà pé òun fẹ́ kúrò ní admin and HR, òun fẹ́ lọ sí finance and account. Ipe títorí pé BSc accounting lòun ní, wọ́n dẹ̀ wá fi BSc accounting yẹn gbọ́ òun sí admin and HR officer. Condition tí Jamiu fi lè lọ sí STO ni wípé tó bá wá lọ ṣe ICAN, despite the fact pé admin officer ni, and because Jamiu fúnra rẹ̀ ló lọ ṣe ICAN yẹn, a ní redesignate ẹ̀, a wá ṣe conversion fún. Òun ni mo sọ pé definition conversion ní chapter 2 section 5B of the PSR, ó sọ wípé acquisition of additional qualification. Àbọ̀bí nìyẹn o.
Mrs. Tomori, ṣe tún fẹ́ add money.
Thank you, my Oga. Exactly what my Oga have said. And conversion means additional qualification from one cadre to another cadre. and also professionally certificates can even enhance it, like ICANN, as you have said earlier. Why designation based on policy, just like I mentioned, Safety Commission, there was a circular in respect of that, and most officers apply, and they are being redesignate to another cadre. Thank you.
And also last wrap.
Exactly, sir. Exactly, sir. Even in lands, it happens in lands too.
It happens in lands too, yeah.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Otuni.
Hello. Mr.
Hello,
Otuni.
Mr. Otuni.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, well done, sir. Thank you for your time, sir. I just want to ask, you have been mentioning just like ICANN. What of our new CIPM now? Can we use that one to convert? Thank
it
you,
has
sir.
not that stage, sir.
Sir?
It has not gotten to that stage yet, sir.
Okay. CIPM have not gotten to that stage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, please, can I now ask, what is now the benefit of admin officers doing CIPM?
The benefit of admin and doing CIPM is that if tomorrow they now make it compulsory, you won't have any problem. You will have gotten your own membership now. And by that time, CIPM will have become expensive. Once you go only, once you condition that if you don't pass this stage, you won't do this, you won't do that. Your case will be like what you go kill do. That is it, man.
But Oga, ṣebí a lè join another body náà, ṣé CIPM nìkan ni government approve ni?
I'm not in a position to answer that. Bóyá Mrs. Adelaja tó wà ní staff lè answer yẹn.
Mrs. Adelaja ma, ẹ gbà wá o. Mrs. Adelaja.
Oga mi should be able to answer that one. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ answer o.
Well, for now,
it's 11:20.
For now, it's still CIPM. Then Mr. Onosoya, Jamiu.
Sir.
Just to bá wa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa, I'm just going through the participant list. Mo ti rí Zoom user méjì. Kàn change ẹ̀ sí orúkọ wọn o. Kàn change ẹ̀ sí orúkọ wọn o. Kò sí kálukú fẹ́ forúkọ anybody ṣe o. Tábà practice ẹ̀ nísìn tó bá dijọ́ ta bá máa lò kò ní mọ́ wa lára o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Ọlọ́run o. Mo ti rí èèyàn kan náà tó yẹ pé first name ẹ̀ nìkan ló wà ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n tó bí mẹ́ta náà first name. All your names appear láti fi ṣe RSTP wa o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
Even Mr. Jami, orúkọ méjì náà lò. Jami Onosoya. Third name is necessary.
Onosoya ni surname ẹ̀ wà okay. Àléyàn.
Okay, Abidemi. Orí Abidemi.
What gives impression pé mi nìkan ni Kehinde? Ẹlòmíì náà lè máa.
Thank you, sir.
Mrs. Babayede.
Adelaja. Mrs. Adelaja.
Sá ẹ̀gbọ́n mi mo ń gbọ́ yín sà.
Ẹ ṣó ti bá mi wo warning.
Mi ì tí ì rí sà.
Okay, màá wò. Mi sí níbi tí dictionary mi wà níbí.
Bóyá kí n wo online nǹkan tó ṣe.
Mo kàn fẹ́ ká ní better understanding ni.
Okay, sir. Let me check online, sir.
Understanding and better interpretation of the rules. Ṣé àwọn pé méjèèjì ṣe pàtàkì? Jamo, what is happening?
I've got 5 minutes more, Lawa.
Let us round up now.
I round up already. I can draw from. Okay, Mrs. Abarinde, best of.
Yeah, so for these calls for the RSCP, so is it the first name first, second name, then the surname? I mean, we'll look at Kafi intro. To rename, when we are renaming her names on the call, which one comes first, sir?
Your name comes first.
So okay, so it's Itunu Gbemisola Babarinde.
I am saying Lukman Onikeku. I am saying Jamiu Onosanya. I am saying Motunrayo Johnson. And in the case of Shitu, I know Shitu is the surname, or Adetola is the surname.
Thank you, sir. Shitu is the surname. Shitu is the surname.
At least 2 of your appear. I don't want to see Jamiu. I don't want to see Lukman. Jamiu can be Jamiu Yusuf. It can be Jamiu Johnson. It can be Lukman Shitu. It can be Lukman Oyekon. And what have you. Then, my dear sister, sorry to mention your name. Selimot Oyeshile. It seems you are in your bed. You sit properly. Maybe no. The way you position your camera makes it look as if you are on your bed. I can see it better now. Abidemi what? Abidemi can be Abidemi Ono Sonya. Abidemi Onikeku. There are 1,001 people behind Abidemi. Tinubu Nisin, well written. Tinubu Olakunle Olapo. Àwọn ẹlòmíì ò lè jẹ orúkọ yẹn. Ọmọ ẹ̀. Zoom user ló jẹ́ Zoom user. Is Zoom user a name now? Ọmọyẹni lè jẹ́ Ọmọyẹni Ọmọyẹni ọmọ ń kó wọn jọ Ọmọyẹni wọlé náà lè jẹ́ Ọmọyẹni. Then Tomori, it is understandable. Tomori àti Ganiu Tekobo, it is understandable. Àti Adams Rashidat, it is understandable because of the purpose of this exercise and the timing. Ìpàlẹ̀ irú èmi náà mi enable video me because mi ò wẹ̀wù, and I don't want to intimidate the ladies or women on this call. Títorí ẹ̀ mi ṣe enable video mi. Ó lè jẹ́ the same reason ni àwọn tí mo dárúkọ yìí náà ò ṣe enable video wọn. But on that day, because it is expected to be office hours, you must enable your video. Aderinsola what? Aderinsola Tekobo, Aderinsola Ayinde. Then another user, Zoom user. Àwọn observation mi nìyẹn o. Because a bá ń ṣe revision, ara revision tá à ń ṣe náà nìyẹn o. Onikepo what? Then I have another person. Ó gbé iPhone 6 jáde, but ó tún wá kọrúkọ ẹ̀ Sekinat Dosumu. Remove the iPhone 6 and let us have Sekinat Dosumu. So I think I need to make all these observations known to us. So on that, I apologize for not joining you yesterday. It's not in my character. Please accept my apology. I want to thank you again for having a robust discussion this evening. It is well educative and interactive. And that is what I cherish. I don't want us to make it talk. Let everybody come together and discuss. Tijami Ba refused that he appreciating me. I appreciate.
Thank you, sir.
We
Thank
a
you,
wonderful.
sir.
Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you all.
Thank you,
Looking
sir.
forward.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, sir.